your Calamity girl. Woo! And we need to make some bread. I was on the live stream earlier, and because I just needed to hang out, and so the people in the chat were telling me to um, go bake something. So that's what I'm doing. So I wish that they would come back, but that's okay. So let's get started. Okay, this artisan bread is a little bit different, okay, because it's going to be our everyday eating bread and not just like a dipping type thing, we eat sandwiches, that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's why I'm going to use two different types of flours. I have a bread flour or double zero flour. I'm putting half in there, so 1.5 cups of double zero flour. Okay, and what double zero flour is? Um, it's more finely meshed. So you don't get such a hearty, a thick hardiness. It's more of a You guys, I have MS, and things I can think I can see the word here, but I can't get it out, so I struggle. Anyway, I hope you get the picture. Okay, so I have already in here 1.5 cups of um, double zero flour. Then I'm going to do 1.5 cups of AP flour, all-purpose flour. Okay, so here's 1.5. You know what? I don't measure um, real detail unless if I don't know the recipe, then I do. Okay. So, husband, hello. So I'm putting it through here through the strainer so that it will not be clumpy. Okay. And then you're going to take a little bit of white sugar and just a pinch. Okay. Put it in there. All right. Then we're going to do the same thing with some salt. I want to tell you about this salt, you guys. This salt, it's called Red Rock, and it's from Salt Lake in Utah. It's amazing. It tastes good. It tastes good. It tastes good. It's not high in sodium for these people over 50 like me. Okay. So you just take a little pinch of that, like that. So, hey, husband, could you get the yeast out for me? I forgot the yeast in the refrigerator. It's in that. Um, okay. So while he's getting the yeast out for me, huh? Yes, thank you. So here's the yeast. Now this is an instant yeast, so you don't have to wait for this to proof. So you can go ahead and just put it right in. Okay. So we're going to put about a tablespoon in there. Okay. So boom. We want it to rise really nice. So we're going to be generous with the um, yeast. Um, husband, could you get me a big cup of warm water? Here's a here's a thing. Oh, here I can get the water in here. I just need it warmed up for me. You could just stick it in the microwave. Okay, thanks. Okay, that water it would need to be tepid, no more than 110 degrees. Okay, so when you put you can put um, a temperature thing in it if you want to. You don't have to. You could just put your finger in it, and if it feels like um, tepid, tepid. So that's probably good, husband. We can probably, okay, that's perfect. Okay. So those ingredients, I just, I mixed up because you got to do that. Okay. Now, this bread, I'm going to make it a little bit different because Calamity is a little different sometimes. Thanks for hitting the like button, you guys. I don't even know who's in here. I know two people are in here, but that's it. Could you hit the chat? Say something to me in the chat, maybe? That'd be nice. Okay. Um, so rosemary, you guys. Rosemary is yummo in stuff like this. And so I'm gonna put, I don't know, maybe 2 teaspoons in there. And um, then I'm gonna crush it. That's the key with herbs. When you use dried herbs, you guys, you have to crush them in order to get a really good flavor to come out. And gosh, the aroma, I wish you had smell-o-vision right now because the aroma for this is so amazing. Do you guys like rosemary? I love rosemary. Okay, so we've got that pretty much ground down. And so then I'm just gonna throw that in here. Oh, a bridge collapse injures dozens in Finland. Ooh, prayers go out to them. Okay, stir it up. Okay, now for the water. Um, Olive oil, key. Okay, so you just make a little divot inside here, a little hole in between your bread. So kind of like this. You see it got a little hole down there. Okay, and then you're going to put probably a third cup of olive oil. Okay. Okay. Third cup of olive oil. This thing is kind of slow, and that's good for me. Oh boy, here you go. Yikes! You guys fell over. Are you okay? Okay. Um, so we got about a third of the olive oil going in there. Third cup. Okay. And then put that back up on the shelf. In the meantime, I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees and it has um, cast iron, but it's enameled on the inside. Okay. So we have our olive oil in here. Now we're just going to put some water, not a whole lot, just enough to kind of tickle its fancy. How about that? Okay. And then get a little spatula and bring it all in. And I'll show it to you when I can here. Okay. So it's looking like this. You don't have to make sure that it's perfect because this bread is super duper easy, you guys. Okay. And so I already have this in my mixer bowl, so I'm ready to throw it on the mixer. And yeesh. Okay, there's my towel. Okay. And let's get the mixer closer here. Okay. Here we go. We're back. Okay. Now, Artisan bread, you guys, it really is the best. And it's so easy, and people get really intimidated by it, but you shouldn't. Okay, if you're using a bread or a mixer, half the people that I know don't know what this hook is for. No, it is not to have somebody bend over and to them. That'd be a good weapon. This is a dough hook, and it goes right on there, and then it does the work for you. I'm all about that because you know what? I'm over 50 now. I can't be bothered with hard work. Okay. As this is mixing, we want to get it going pretty good, but not on too high of a speed. Because you guys, if it's on too high of a speed, you don't want to overwork your dough. That's important. No overworking the dough. Okay. Okay. And so we're gonna mix this on low for just about 2 minutes, maybe. And then while that is mixing, you guys are we have to get ready for um, the oven. But now we have a problem. Oh, Houston, what's our problem? This is it. I'll show you. Okay. We got to add some flour to that because it's a little bit wet. So there we go. We'll get it. Come on. And see, it's folding in and it's gonna get there. Okay. Well, so anyway, here I am talking about not to, overdo the flour. What do I do? I'm really mixing it good. Okay. Okay. Now with artisan bread, you kind of want to have it a little bit sticky. You don't want to have it like in a nice ball because uh, it's a different type of bread. It just isn't, that's just the way it goes. Okay. This is how we want it. This is how we do it, baby. Okay. This is how we want it. Okay. No drier than that. All right, so we're going to let it mix for just a little bit. And oh my gosh, that rosemary in there is it smells super duper good, guys. Okay, and so as that is mixing, um, I'll put this other stuff away here, and we want it just to go for a couple minutes, and then this part is important. You need some parchment paper. Okay. Now with the parchment paper, you're going to just get a piece out here because we're going to end up having to line the thing that's heating up in there, the pan pot. There we go. Parchment paper. So we'll put this on the parchment paper and roll up the sleeves because things are going to get nasty. Okay. Actually, that's not true. Okay. So we want to get it out, get it all up there, and we're going to have it just kind of in a little, okay. It says, okay. It's not, a firm ball. It's doughy, it's sticky, and that's how you want it. You want it to be sticky, okay? And then, so um, as you rest, let it rest um, just for a moment. So we'll set it aside. I have it in a little circle. We'll set it aside, and then it'll be easy to drop down into the cast iron pot that I have warming up in the oven. It looks like it's already done. So um, this is what I'm going to do. Uh, hang on, guys. Okay, let me get the pan out of the preheated 450-degree oven. And then we will put, oh, okay, 450 degrees preheated. Okay. And then take your dough, set it down in there. Make sure that you put the top on, okay? And then you're going to bake it for 30 minutes, just like that. Okay? Oh, shoot. I almost lost my, we almost had a major calamity there, guys. Calamity avoided. Um, we're going to let that cook for 30 minutes. Hey, Siri, turn on my timer for 30 minutes, please. Thank you. And my son makes fun of me for saying please and thank you to Siri. I think it's kind of the right thing to do. So after 30 minutes of this, we never make cookies here. I eat the dough before we can make them. I know. I ate like so much freaking dough the other day. Oh man, I should have had a stomach ache, and I don't know why I didn't. Yeah. So, but real quick, 30 minutes for this bread, and then you'll take the top off, and then you'll cook it for another 15 minutes to let the top get real nice and crusty. Now, I can't show you that on here unless you guys want to hang out with me because I don't know how to edit, and I don't plan on learning. So if anybody wants to volunteer for that for me, that's fine. But otherwise, I'll just tell you what to do, and then I'll show you the end result. But I don't know how to stop it and then, start it back up again. That's just not me. Yeah. So, and I'm not here to make money. I'm here just to have fun. Yeah, just to have fun. Yeah. And nobody would want to hang out all day with the calamity here. So yeah. But yeah, so that's what we do with artisan bread. Artisan bread is the easiest bread you'll ever make. You don't have to let it rise. You just plop it right down. If you want a good chuckle, ask Siri what O divided by O is. Oh, okay. Well, let's go over there because she's over there. Let's see. We'll ask her that. Why can't I see all of my chat? Oh, there it is. There it is. Cookies. Fubar, I'm going to make cookies for you. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Okay. Hey, Siri, what is 0 divided by 0?
If nothing is divided by nothing, then there's nothing to divide or divide it with, and the division never happened. So my answer is no.
What? This whole AI thing, this is just becoming a big problem for me. We were talking about this earlier. I have one of those little robot vacuum cleaners, and it not only vacuums the floor, 0. Mhm. But it not only vacuums the floor, but it washes it too. And it's memorized the um, outline of my house and where all of my furniture is. That's kind of scary. And then you can hook it up to your Wi-Fi if you want. They took it out. Took what out? They took what out, Fumar? They took what out? Um, uh, so I love that little vacuum. But I haven't ranted. She used to go into a rant about cookies. Oh, I could rant about cookies if you want. I can rant about all kinds of stuff if you want. I can, I can rant about this. I don't even know what this is going to be. I still don't know what it's going to be. The giant granny square. And I'm thinking of making it into a pillowcase. I don't know. But oh, I think I probably should learn how to edit because then um, you won't have to wait for, hey, I want cookies. Drew Montour, hello. Oh, everybody wants cookies and I'm making bread, artisan bread. We could make cookies. Oh, hey, True, I wanted to ask you, not that, hey, I'm a poet and didn't know it. Um, I saw on the live stream here when you started up that you can do, okay, I'll leave bread. Oh, you like this bread, this artisan bread, it's rosemary. It's really good, really good. Um, we need it for sandwiches, but it's really good with the olive oil and the uh, balsamic vinegar. Oh, is that yummy? um, oh my gosh, guys, I forgot what I was talking about. You know, my brain seeing yum sounds good. It does sound good. Yum yum. My brain, I don't know what my brain is. I know it has a lot to do with my MS. It's I stumble, especially when I am very fatigued. Um, because we I talked about that with you the other day, how fatigued from MS. You were talking about the live stream. Okay. Yeah. Um, I don't remember I was talking about the live stream. But anyway, moving on. I have something that my cats, both of them got fixed on Monday. One of them is being very good and not uh, touching her stitches. I made both of them this cute little, her head goes through here and she looks like a little flower. But here's the thing. When she goes to take a drink, it turns into a big sponge. And then she runs around. Cats and water, you know how that is. And oh, I have to come up with, give you a chef's hat. You know what? I bought my friend a chef's hat before, but I don't have one. I should buy one. I got her a turkey hat though. It was a big turkey. It was kind of funny. It was for Turkey Day. Um, oh yeah, yeah. I know what I was going to ask you. True about the live stream. I noticed that when you're setting it up, that you can have someone else. You can share the screen with that someone else. Do you know? Do you guys know anything about that? Do you know how to do that? When you can share the live stream. Fubar, do you know about that? Well, while I'm waiting for this chat to come back up, come on. Why all messages are visible. There we go. We need to get okay. Um, you guys, this is just I try so hard. hmm I try so hard and I prepare myself and it still happens, you know. Yeah, true. I don't know how to do it either. Um, I wonder if anybody knows how to do that. It would be kind of fun to do something like that so that I wouldn't be can't be done with the phone. I have an iPad. Like right now I'm talking to you on an iPad. My untrained dog Gracie is barking for some reason. She's usually barking at me. Oh, you guys, I'm looking so forward to tonight, the live streams. I love those police live streams. And I can't believe how much Bakersfield has changed. When I was growing up there, I had to go to school there, and and that's where we went because we lived in the mountains um, surrounding Bakersfield, and nobody locked their cars. You need a computer. Oh, so at Fubar, I couldn't do that up on my iPad. Ah, bummer. Oh well, because it's hard to sometimes talk to yourself, the whole time, keep people entertained. Yeah. So, my artisan bread, I can start smelling it. And you know what? My dog has got mud on his feet, and he's in here. Husband's in big trouble because they're supposed to get their feet washed before they come in here, because then I have to wash the floor again with my little robot vacuum cleaner that washes the floor for me. But I love to say, "Oh, I've washed the floor and I've vacuumed," and oh, I love to do that. We'll have a panel up on my 1000 celebration of right laptop running the stream while I'm in the car. Okay, who are you going to have up on your panel, Fubar? Where's my fire? Who we have up on your panel? Ah, nice, Fubar. Um, Dad's gone live. I need to get a hold of him and interview him. He said that I could interview him. I think that would be kind of fun. So, but I need to use my laptop, huh? And I don't, did my laptop burn in the fire? Can't remember. Just one second. Come on in, Gracie. Come here. Let me check your feet. Let me check your feet. Oh, okay. You didn't leave the deck. See here. Surprise. Oh, okay. I like surprises. I can wait, I guess. Yeah. Need like 2 hours. Okay. Well, we're retired, so I have like 2 hours. Oh gosh, you guys. You know, I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all in the not just right now to interview Jacob. That boy can talk. Oh yeah, he can talk more than I can. And I thought that was a lot. Um, but I was going to say that I really appreciate you guys because I don't know if you were here when I explained this. 12 hours and different guests. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Okay. then we'll be in for it. Um, I don't leave the ranch very often because it's hard for me to travel. Uber, that will be awesome. It will be amazing. We're trying to get my nerve pain under control, and uh, I have 17 open lesions right now and on my brain and spine, and that contributes a lot to the nerve pain in my legs. And so I can't sit in the same spot for, more than 7 or 8 minutes without my legs just causing me to just go into a spasm. And it's very painful and not fun. So I don't leave very often. Um, and you guys, I hate to say this, there's one thing that works for nerve pain. And unfortunately, it's illegal here in Wyoming. Um, but it is the only thing that does work on nerve pain. I don't know why, but somehow it just gets it to be able to just calm down and just stay put for a while, take a break. And my pain doctor was explaining to me how it works and all that stuff. And I won't bore you with all that. But I'm not going to say the name of it over on chat because or over live stream, just for obvious reasons. But I hope that it does become legal here for medical because that's the only thing. Like to get to Jackson to my doctor's appointments, I have to use a lot of that just so that I can get there and then uh, sit there through the appointment and then try to get home. So I have to travel with some illegal stuff on me at times. So I don't like to do that. That's why I stay home mostly. And I have the freedom here, to be able to kick or scream or do what I want. Yeah. So that's the deal with my nerves and my legs. Um, a lot of people, let me tell you something about what we're talking about. I'll just call it MMJ. MMJ. About 15 years ago, when I first started coming down with this disease, um, my dad was a LA County sheriff, and my husband, he's retired now, but he was an Orange County sheriff in California. And so that's the reason why I like to go to the city of LA because my dad was there. And and I like to ride with LAOC. I have neuropathy in my feet real bad from my dad who's told you travel with Mary Jane. She can help with that. Well, I don't know how you feel about that. But Mary Jane is I highly recommend it, I would say. Now my dad and my husband, about 15 years ago, um, I was in real bad shape and I was in a wheelchair 24/7. It was just terrible. Oh, yes. Um, Neuropathy is terrible. And so you get it, Fubar. You get what I'm saying. And you probably do too. Also true. Um, but I don't know, like my feet are in such bad condition right now. Um, I can like I can feel me squeezing them. I can feel the pressure, but if I took like a pen needle, I couldn't feel it. You could jab me with it all the way in there, I wouldn't feel it. I could step on a needle, I wouldn't feel it. and that goes halfway up my leg. Um, Now for walking, I have to really think about it and pay attention because um, I don't have depth perception. Okay, I am legally blind in my left eye. Now, you can go on YouTube. I have it under a different name. But if you go or if you put in into the search bar here on YouTube, bilateral walleye, INO, you'll see a young girl, brunette, um, with her eyes to the side of her head, and it's me. And I talk about um, uh, bilateral walleye, INO. Um, it caused my eyes to go to the side of my head, and it took a little over 2 weeks of steroids to get them corrected again. And so, with this disease, they use steroids to correct a lot of things. But steroids, as you know, they're no good. They make you gain weight. Obviously, my God, could you imagine if I had to go back to work and trying to squeeze into one of my little uniforms again? Holy Moses, that just wouldn't work. I would I'd have to call in sick. Hello, I can't come into work today. I'm calling in fat. Wouldn't that be funny? I'm calling in fat. Thanks. Um, but I used to be a flight attendant, and that's why I'm making these jokes because I was a lot thinner in those days. And so I thought that was funny too, true. um, uh, oh gosh, my flight attendant days. Those, you guys, if I was young again and had to do it over, I would. I'd do it again, definitely. Because I remember just going down the aisle, slinging food at people and thinking, I'm on my way to Iceland and I can sit in a hot spring for 24 hours. And people have called in with worse excuses. Have they ever called in fat? I don't know. That's so funny. Excuse me, I'm calling in fat. I don't know. But knowing flight attendants, they probably would. Yeah. But I remember pushing my cart along, slinging food at people, and thinking about which hot spring we were going to go to, and just thinking, I can't believe they pay me to do this job. You know, I had more fun at being a flight attendant. Um, did I tell you my Sully story? Remember when that uh, the bird went down in the Hudson? Remember that with Sully? Um, he's with a different airline. I think he was with United, uh, and I at the time was flying with Delta, or was it Northwest? Well, see, I originally was a Northwest flight attendant, and then we merged, and then it was Delta. Welcome to Delta, Delta, Delta. How can I help you? Help you? Help you? You know what we used to do? We used to we used to play games. I called in. I was just not interested in that day. Excuse me, Jim. I'm not interested in the day. Thank you. That works too. Um, but I used to fly on that plane. That was an Airbus. It was a 320, I think it was. Matter of fact, I'm positive it was. And I used to fly that plane all the time. And I remember after that day, people were so afraid. For like the first 30 days, they were really nervous. And so I used to have season tickets to the Angel baseball. And so I had some of those big foam fingers, and I brought those to work with me for two reasons. Number one, I got a friend, she flew with uh, TWA, then went to United. Okay, yeah, after TWA uh, fizzled out, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Um, Shoot, I forgot what I was saying. See, and it doesn't help that I'm ADD. It doesn't. So, gosh, Fubar, I could see you getting up to 1,000 people easy. Me, not so much. It's going to take a lot of videos. I mean, a lot. I'm actually going to have to do something with them, not just hang out with you guys like I am. You know, I have 4 people and 8 likes. That's kind of cool. Um, oh, I was telling you about when I was a flight attendant, wasn't I? Foam fingers. That's right. Okay. So thank you. So I had these red foam fingers. So I brought them to work with me because I could fold them up easy and I can shove them in my into my flight bag. And so when I go out and do the demo, I would bring my big foam fingers with me, you know. And everybody would pay attention, and there were, video phones and stuff like that, or whatever. And but I did it. Get you there. Oh, thank you. My husband doesn't think so. He thinks I'm a nut. Um, but yeah, I would do my foam fingers, and people would number one, they pay attention to the demo. That was important because it was what was on the demo is what saved those people um, to get off the plane because you have to evacuate the plane in under 2 minutes. Doesn't matter how big the plane is. You have to evacuate that plane under 2 minutes. So yeah, Sully, he was doing a great job, but you know what? It was those flight attendants, and nobody ever mentioned anything about them. They did a good job. Um, but they were the ones who evacuated that plane and got it ready for ditching in under 2 minutes. So shout out to all those flight attendants because that was hard work. Um, yeah, you're not just a bartender in the sky. You're actually there to save their arse. They just don't know it. So, um, but yeah, so I would use my foam fingers for them to pay attention to the demo, number one, and then number two, for them to just relax, because everybody would be staring at you, you know, what's going on with the flight attendants? How are they, how are they reacting? And if they saw that, that sounds like Southwest, I love, they goofy, they are goofy. Yeah, I almost got a job with them, but Northwest paid more, and so I went with Northwest. Um, and the bases weren't open with Southwest at the time that I needed. And so I could have one of two bases. I could either have Minneapolis or Los Angeles. And Los Angeles was closed, and Southwest didn't have a Minneapolis base at the time. I don't know if they do now or not. Um, but anyway, yeah, so I'd bring my foam fingers, and I did that for about 3 months, and then I got in trouble. um, uh, Somebody said that. they wrote my supervisor and said that I wasn't um, uh, giving enough attention to the safety instructions that needed to um, be dealt with on a serious basis. And so um, I disputed that and I won. So I had to put up with it for 30 days. I have a mark on my line for 30 days, lady. You always have one bad sour apple. There's always a negative Nancy, isn't there? Hmm. And but you know, when you're flying, you don't have any supervisors. Nobody is um, your supervisor, or they're just the captain's king, but he's not your boss. So if you get in trouble, somebody has to write it, and they have to write a letter or call, I guess. So, but yeah, that was pretty much the only time Karens they do. I could not imagine flying today. No. You know what? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Let me see how much time is going on that thing. I wouldn't fly today because just a second. Okay. Let's go check on it because my timer's not going off for some reason. Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, I dropped you. Are you okay? Hey, my untrained dog, Tracy. Oy vey. Okay, let's check on this bread, guys. See how we're doing. Let's see if we can do it together. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's 450-degree oven. Yes, that is exactly how we're wanting it. Now, I'm gonna put it back in uncovered for about 15 more minutes. And then that will get the cook. Oops, wife is home and looks mad. You guys have her. By Mrs. Fubar. And we are in that fabulous kitchen. I love my kitchen so much. See you later, True. I mean, not True, Fubar. Mm-hmm. Yes. See you. I wonder what she's mad at. And so, but yeah, this will get the nice crust on that bread. And so, oh, gravy. So the snow, you guys, is melting so fast, and we have uh, a running creek behind our cabin, and then one in front of it, and it's so nice. It sounds like a big, just going down. It's really really nice. Yeah, and oh, uh, that painting right there. My neighbor painted that. His name is Andy, just like me, but he's just with a Y. And I saw that your snow melt. It does. It looks so different. Here, would you like to have a little tour outside? Think I'll show you outside. Let's see. Hi, Scratch. Okay, he's a great dog. I'll have to tell you his story sometime. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, the wind is blowing too much. I don't know if you'll be able to hear from the wind blowing so much. Um, those trucks are broken. Um, so is my four-wheeler down there. And we have another pond right there, and then there's another pond right there. And then uh, up there behind these trees is another 13 acres that we have up there. and everything is still kind of in disarray since we had our fire. Um, because everything is just so hodgepodge, just really hodgepodge. Um, yeah, this back here, it's just getting to the point to where maybe tomorrow I can get back there and work and then get a lot of these planters uncovered and then I can get some stuff planted in there. And then right back here, where these willows come through, and then down here we have another nice creek going. I don't know if you guys can see it. And and the quakies are coming back, the aspen trees. There you can start to see the leaves coming back on those. That's kind of fun to watch. Um, oh, but what I can show you, True, you were interested in this. I think you made a comment about it before. Um, my plant starters. Um, I have to work on them tomorrow. Let's see. I've got all these um, plants in the window here. These are all tomatoes and peppers. And like here, I have 3 plants in there, so I got to hurry up and get those out of there. Um, and so I have a little bit of work to do on that tomorrow, or I might do it tonight. But this is a really good south-facing window that uh, I know my babies. Um, and that planter is all garlic. And then this will be onions, and those are chives. And then I'll have different things in those planters. Then I have 2 really big um, 5 by 5 by 3. I've got 2 of those. So I'll probably do potatoes in those. And so, hoo how's it going? It's the future. We're talking, yes, Blanche, we're talking about my garden. It's it's a little problem there. But here's my bathroom. I love my shower. I love this thing. This was one thing I said, husband, we will not be going chintzy on that. But then, you guys, 2,400. We are in talks to move next year, and we'll have someone I really. Yes, true, absolutely. I also have I'll show you my greenhouse also. That is just my outdoor garden. But oh, thank you. It sure has come. I don't know why oh, yes, shower doors, $2,800. And I said, you know what? We don't need that right now. I'll make some curtains. And so I made some shower curtains here, you know, just easy, but it looks nice. You know, it works. Um, how's it going down under Blanche? Live chat. Okay. And then, oh, I can smell that bread, guys. Um, oh, yeah, we're going right into the big kitchen. My cats just got fixed, and so they're hanging out in there. And uh, that was a smart move, Calamity. Oh, what was a smart move? Let me see. It was a smart move, Calamity. Yeah, I know. Yes, $2,800. I mean, come on. No. So we had to put on our thinking cap. Remember that in 3rd grade? Thinking cap. Everybody put on your thinking cap. Okay, let's see how this bread is doing, guys. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh. It's not quite done yet, but it's really coming along. Fabulous. And so, like I said, I don't know how to, um, what do you call it? Edit, and I don't plan on learning because you know what? That's just a whole nother thing I got to do. And uh, so we're just waiting it out. Yes, and I do love the tech. Oh, thank you. Let me show you this. This was okay. The guys gave me a really hard time about that. Oh, let me turn the light on for it. About that, the copper. And I really insisted on it. And let me move back. Okay. I'll be happy when the everything is done. Um, so I've always wanted one of those pot fillers. And so we stick one in there, even though we forget to use it all the time. And then, but the copper, they didn't want to put it in there because in case of fire. Well, of course, I took a handy dandy torch to one of them and I torched the snockers out of it. And uh, it resisted. And so it's just copper laden. It's not 100% copper. Um, and then, so I said, okay, let's put it up. And so then our contractor, we worked and worked and figured out what we were going to do. And then we just decided to come up with this big old thing with the chimney. And so, I wish that I would have went out a little bit on each side, like 3 inches there and 3 inches that way. But I didn't. And, it's a guy, as one would always test Calamity. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, ladies. I love it. I really do. And I just love hanging out in here. Um, and this island, my, our island, it's a 12 by 8. And people look at it and just go, whoops, sorry about that, kids. They just look at it and just go, oh my God, that thing's a beast. But then, see, we have a lot of parties. And um, so when I'm cooking over on that side. When I'm cooking on that side, I don't have anybody getting in my way because they can be on this side and they have plenty of room. They have 3 feet to do whatever they want to do. And then I have 5 feet and 5 by 12. And so that's how it works. And but because of the way we live so rurally, um, uh, just to go to the grocery store, we go to Jackson, or most people know it as Jackson Hall. We go there and get our groceries, and it's at least 45 minutes. And if there is, you know, anything going on in the canyon, you're in trouble. So, and then that's our closest entertainment also. And so we have to make our own entertainment. And so before we burned down, we used to have Taco Tuesday, and we could make some killer tacos. So we would invite the community to come on over every Tuesday, and we get up to 60 people sometimes, you guys. And it would be just me and husband just doing it up, mostly husband, because I was mostly the hostess with the mostest, because I kind of have that talent, I'm told. um, uh, and Taco Tuesdays, man, they were great. And then we burned down. We were going into our third year, and then we burned down. And so that was that. Um, will we do Taco Tuesdays again? Ever since my health and everybody, It's true. When I was in third grade, Mrs. McDonald called me the hostess with the mostest. Yeah, I didn't know what she meant until I was a little bit older. Um, but we would have just our little cabin was only like 1,100 square feet. And so you can go back and look at other videos and see our little cabin, but it was just so great. We had so much, so much great times come out of that. But after we burned down my health really took a toll on my health. And I didn't have a gray hair before then. Look at me now. I'm I I could be a foxy silver one with no teeth. Uh, moving on. Oh, you guys, we need to check on that bread again. See how we're doing here. I think this is so much fun that everybody's hanging out. Oh, let me show you something. Yes, it is. It's very hard on the body. Gracie, stop. We're not going anywhere. Okay, our banister is not in yet for the stairs. And so, but this is how it'll be in a few weeks. It'll be done. But we had these made, and we have three of them with different animals. And those are going to be, they're going to go boom, boom, and then another one there. And then we'll have, just regular spindles. I don't want anything fancy to take away from the artwork in there. And so that's going to be our stair rails. What do you think? I think it's going to be killer. Okay, let me see how bread is faring. Okay, let me see if I can do that. Okay, wouldn't that be nice? True, I think it would be. Oh, can you guys see? It's coming out. It's going to look amazing. I know. And this bread's going to be freaking awesome too. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, I'm back. A short intermission, real short. Um, you guys, I've been online like all day. Wish I could smell it and taste it. Oh, I know. My son got me this thing for Christmas. I forgot what you call it. But it's so much better than just chopping up the dry ingredients. Like with this morning, I used it. I don't know if you were here for it. I put a bunch of rosemary in there and then just ground it up real good. I know. And then because uh, dried herbs, you don't get the full effect of them unless you crush them or cut them up. And so then I threw that in those breads. So we have rosemary artisan bread. Yeah. And so I still need to make ghee. Yeah. I'm almost out. But I don't know what I'll make next, but we'll make something fun in the kitchen. So, ladies, I think, well, if there's a gentleman in here, um, ladies and the gentlemen, I think I'm going to end this now. I've been going for 60, almost 65 minutes. So I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. We'll go to Dad's Gone Live, and then after him, then we'll go over to AXN. Yeah. Or if Jeremy LAOC is going, then we have to go to him too. So I look forward to seeing you. Much love to you as well. True. See y'all later.